A Great Dane show breeding program is not meant to be a lucrative endeavor, more so the preservation of the Great Dane breed. However, it is not as simple as putting two dogs together and hoping for puppies. There are many things to consider when starting a Great Dane breeding program, including genetics, health, and temperament. In this video, we will discuss the basics of Great Dane show breeding and how one breeder started a breeding program that has been successful for many years. This video is based on the article written by Jackie Van Delft of Van Delft Great Danes. Jackie breeds Black and Fawn AKC Great Danes and is located in Ohio. You can visit her website in the description below. This is what Jackie said about show breeding. How to start an ethical breeding practice. I don't believe you should go into showing Great Danes with the intention, I have to breed and be a breeder right away. It should start with a passion for the breed and gaining knowledge before the next step of breeding. My first show Dane did not turn out to be a breeding prospect, but I learned a lot from him. I recommend joining an affiliate club of the Great Dane Club of America or a kennel club. Joining a Great Dane club is a good way to start getting involved with the breed and meeting other breeders and Great Dane lovers. Finding a mentor. Finding a mentor is a huge help. A mentor will help guide you and point you on the right path of learning and making good breeding decisions for your Great Dane. A mentor usually is who you get your Great Dane from, so they will have a good idea of what is best for the bloodline and what doesn't complement them. If you live close to your mentor and can go to shows with them, it is a valuable experience for you. Developing a close relationship and friendship with your mentor is also valuable when you become a breeder. They will be there for you during the good times and bad times. If there is something you need help with, your mentor should have a network of other Great Dane breeders who too can reach out to help you. Ethical and reputable breeder. But what does it mean when someone says ethical and reputable? Here are my 2 cents on what it means to me as a newer Great Dane breeder. To me, it is what goes into breeding a quality Great Dane. It's like a pyramid. I learned about foundation pyramids when I rode horses in dressage. It would help establish where a horse was in training to move up a level and to achieve collection. So with Great Danes, I like to have structure, movement, health, and temperament in my pyramid. Temperament is a big deal. A Great Dane is a giant dog that needs to maintain a solid mind, followed by health. That's where being an ethical breeder really kicks in. What is a breeder doing to help the betterment and preservation of the breed? A breeding Great Dane should be health tested through the OFA. The Orthopedic Foundation for Animals, or OFA, is a database to help a breeder try to make good choices for the health of the breed. It is a valuable tool a breeder can use. Does it guarantee that the dogs tested will never develop a problem? No, you cannot guarantee the health of any living animal, but this will help a breeder try to strengthen the health of their future dogs to lessen the chances. At present, we have so many options for helping the improvement of the breed's health. There aren't many reasons for a breeder to not have a full health test done on their breeding dogs. You are starting to see more breeders keeping up with health testing too. An example is repeating echocardiograms once every other year. Structure and movement go hand in hand. If your Great Dane is built correctly, he will move correctly. A Great Dane is a working dog. They need to have the structure and soundness to perform their job and be an athlete. They should look like the Apollo of dogs, signifying power, coordination, and suppleness. Back to my pyramid example, a Great Dane needs structure and movement to achieve the overall function of its breed standard. Breeding practices. Before any breeding is considered, we actively show our Danes to their championship or grand championship, not just because it is a hobby we enjoy doing, but we do it to prove our Danes. A breeder should have an active history of proving their dogs in conformation and performance sports. When we have a bitch that has proven herself in the ring, we will start to look at some possible stud dogs. Knowing our bitch's conformation is acknowledging her good and bad and prioritizing what is important to us about her and what we would like to see an improvement on. I look at a stud dog that has what I'm hoping to improve. You are always looking to improve something. Strive for betterment. If a stud has offspring on the ground, I look to see how he's producing as well. What are the stud dog's traits, health history, temperament, and qualities seen in his offspring? If he hasn't completed all of his OFA health testing, I would like to know why as well. If the stud dog is in the region and alive, it's very helpful to see the dog in person. A nice resource we have to help us in choosing a stud dog is Glenn Beach's pedigree database, Quintessa, which will be linked below in the description description. You can make mock breeding pedigrees to look at how well a stud dog's pedigree complements your bitch. It also calculates the COI, or coefficient of inbreeding, percentage. Once a stud checks off all my likes, I will reach out to the stud owner, asking what his personality is like. Does the owner know of any health issues that may have come up behind him or with his littermates? If he is available, ask to see a contract. I like to look at his OFA, and not just at the stud dog, but at his relatives as well. I'll reach out to my mentors and see if they know the dog or any dogs in the pedigree. Pick their brains on what they know. The best part about having mentors is that they might know more Dane breeders who have been in the breed for a long time and who they can always reach out to for information as well. Breeding procedure. Once you have your stud dog picked out, there is usually shipping of the semen to the reproduction facility you will be using. You will do progesterone testing to find the best time to breed your bitch once she is in season. There are different options to impregnating your bitch that you will discuss with your veterinarian on what everyone is comfortable with doing and what would be best for the bitch. The gestation period of a Great Dane is 58 to 64 days, about 2 months. Breeding isn't for the faint of heart. There is always a risk of complications for the bitch or puppies. An ethical breeder will be ready for worst-case scenarios. They should have an emergency C-section plan for if your bitch stops labor or a puppy is stuck in the birth canal. There is a possibility that there could be nursing problems. A bitch might not produce enough milk for puppies, so a breeder might have to supplement the babies to help them thrive. Fading puppy syndrome is another heartache breeders may face. A breeder will do what they can to help every puppy thrive, but sometimes nature may have other plans. And some bitches are natural mothers, and others just have no maternal instinct. So a breeder will be wiping puppy butts too. Raising puppies ethically. An ethical breeder will try their best to start a puppy off right in life. Some may follow a strict program like puppy culture to introduce puppies to fear and recovery, ENS, brain stimulation, and potty and crate training to name a few. Breeders want their puppies to thrive in their new homes when they leave the nest. When puppies are 6 weeks old, breeders will start to focus more on each puppy's structure and temperament. Which puppy is standing out when they are running around? Who is the bravest or shyest? A breeder will start to stack the puppies as a way to keep notes as they grow to see how consistently they are growing. Around 8 weeks old, a breeder will usually have mentors, stud owners, and other breeders help evaluate puppies to determine which puppy has shown potential and which one might be best in a companion home. For us, we call them a show potential puppy and not show quality. Great Dane puppies grow fast and change so much. A show potential puppy might look fantastic at 8 to 10 weeks, but might grow to be too tall and lose some of his angles. A breeder will try to place their puppies in a home that will love that dog no matter what, but if something should happen, that breeder will take that dog back at any time in his lifespan. Just because a puppy might be labeled as a companion puppy doesn't make that puppy lesser than a show potential puppy. Each puppy is a quality puppy, raised the same way and loved just as much. From Jackie, that's all about the Great Dane Show breeding. For more Great Dane information and goodies, check out Love Margot website and our social media. If you want to know more information about Great Danes, then check out this playlist of comprehensive Great Dane guides we have put together.